Growing up in the 90s, basketball is massive in Australia. And I go to this summer camp run by our state team. And my friend Armando, he thinks this is like tryouts or something. And he's like, guys, we've got this. But I'm like, their hands are bigger than my tiny skull. Like, please don't kill me. There must have been 300 other kids at this basketball camp, and literally every single one of them is better at basketball than me. And this is the moment I realised I'd never play professional sport. Wait, so where were we? That's right. On the last day of camp, they have this raffle for a red Game Boy Pocket. And I wanted to win that thing so bad. It's like a brand new console, or like a brand new TV, or like a brand new iPhone. Or
Bro, we know what a Game Boy is.
So they put our names in the drawer and they read out the winner. The winner is James Baker.
No way.
And I'm celebrating, I'm high-fiving with all my friends. And out of the corner of my eye, I spot this other kid walking up and he's giving me this like death stare. And I'm thinking, who does he think he is? Does he think he can just like walk up and grab my Game Boy? So I get up there and I tiger claw my Game Boy, like, right? And I'm like, I'm James Baker. Who do you think you are? And he's like, I'm James Baker.
What do you mean?
The look on everyone's faces is priceless.
I'm James Baker. I'm James Baker.
Turns out there's legitimately another James Baker here at the same basketball camp, same age, same city. I mean, what are the chances, right?
Wait. So who won?
Well, my friend's mum earlier, because mums are awesome, was like, oh, just put your full address on the simple first name, last name only entry form, just in case.
The James Baker from Aberfoyle Park.
More like Staberfoyle Park.
So I won the Game Boy.
Yeah, but what happened to the other kid?
Oh, it was so awkward. Like, they had to give him a t-shirt or something just to get him to sit down. It was so cringy. I realised that day I was never going to win a prize for my basketball skills. But this is the best prize I've ever won.
Best prize? Ooh, that's hard.
I haven't really won a lot of prizes. I'm more of a participation award type of.
I guessed how many M&Ms there were in a jar one time, and then my mate smashed a jar accidentally.
Probably a plushie from a claw machine.
And you go in the draw to win like a lobster, and we won a whole lobster.
Put some art in the art gallery and they gave me $100 for it. It was turning stuffed toys inside out, so not everyone agrees that it's art, but...
Well, I won college captain. That was pretty cool, I guess.
Okay.
The first hug I got from my grandpa after going back to my country. I mean, I haven't seen him for the last 5 years. So going back and I guess being able to like see him and like feel him and hug him, it felt really like emotional.
I haven't had much luck. I don't think I've ever won something like that.
Hey Isaiah, want to come to the gorge?
Nah, I'm planning the puppets.
Okay. When I need to get away for a bit, I come down to quiet spots like this. It's quiet, it's peaceful, and all of a sudden, it's like a gear shift inside you. You take a deep breath. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. It gets me thinking, what makes it this way? Why is there something rather than nothing?
So, true story, there's these physicists from the 70s called Dick and Hull.
These scientists started looking at what it takes for life to exist. You know, sciencey stuff. They imagined each condition of life like a dial on a switchboard. They found thousands of these dials, but their precision blew them away. Like, move the Earth just a fraction close to the sun, we burn. Move it further away, we freeze. Or move the moon a fraction further away, we become tightly locked, and then we burn, and then we freeze. Or change the universe's expansion rate by as little as 10 to the power of negative 123, and then the whole universe unravels. But then came the ultimate kicker. They realised these individual dials all need to be just right, all at the same time. It's like an ultimate Sudoku. If you fiddle with just one, it throws the whole switchboard out, meaning no life, no world, and in many cases, no universe.
Isn't it so cool? Especially when the same science produces such amazing art. Our moon is 400 times smaller than our sun, but because it's 400 times closer to us, we have a perfect solar eclipse. Albert Einstein famously once said that the most incomprehensible thing about our world is that it is comprehensible. What do we do with that?
Ooh, special. Finding the joy in the little things.
Yeah, it's definitely like the most insignificant things that make it very significant. Like going on drives with your friends or just hanging out after school.
It's so
hard that you like almost wear your
Over
pants.
like nothing.
For me, it's kind of like how so much stuff has had to happen for us to be here.
Like the gravity ratio was slightly higher or lower, we couldn't exist. And like that's just off by chance. So if you think about everything being off by chance, it's like really special in a way that everything exists.
Like somewhere like out here, there's water, there's so many trees and plants, and on the way here there were so many beautiful things to just look at out the window. But like half the people on the bus were just on their phones. They were missing the whole thing.
That it's like we sort of take like our friends and our family and even just like the home comforts and our favourite things for granted.
I think for me it's that the fact that I'm like healthy and like well.
It's a bit corny, but I do think it's the friends we make along the way.
Definitely my family and friends.
Your friends, your family.
Friends and family.
You always need family, you need them there for you.
Connections.
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 My cat
I like my cat too.
My cat is the thing that makes life worth living.
And now it's time to play What Are the Chances?
You're going down.
The chances of beating Gabe at table tennis. Almost certain.
Yeah! Ha! Take that, Gabe! Yeah, you go walk home! Go walk home, buddy!
The chances of being born with an extra finger? 1 in 500. The chances of being injured by a toilet? Only 1 in 10,000. The chances of winning the grand prize in Macca's Monopoly? Depressingly low 1 in 100 million.
Seriously?
The chances of you being born at all? 1 in 400 trillion. The chances of all of this just randomly happening? Less than 1 in a Google.
So what do we do with this cosmic lotto we seem to have already won? We need a story that steps into the specialness of all this. Some embrace the unlikely odds, but as a skeptical Aussie, I just don't think the numbers add up. Others think we're in a Marvel multiverse or the Matrix. And while that's possible, others think the God story is a more likely explanation. This guy, Alvin Plantinga, came up with this story.
So these cowboys are playing poker, and this one cowboy goes all in.
I'm all in.
He pulls quad aces and wins the first hand. The same happens the next hand, and the next hand. And this happens 20 hands in a row.
Look at that. Quad aces. I win again.
The other gunslingers, now absolutely convinced he's cheating, pull their guns to shoot him.
Not helping, Gabe.
Sorry.
Hold on a wee second here. Isn't it possible that if we live in an infinite world of universes, that we happen to live in the one where no matter what, I always draw 4 aces?
The other gunslingers look at each other a little confused. I said the other gunslingers look at each other a little confused.
I ain't no mathematician, but the probability of somebody randomly drawing 20 straight hands of 4 aces is 1 in 400 million. And that's just silly. I mean, what are the chances, right?
So what do the cowboys do? Well, they shoot the bloke, because he's almost definitely cheating.
Ow!
I guess like science is always helps to understand a little bit more. I'm not actually too sure.
Well, I don't know if this counts as a story, but like people just being like genuinely helpful to others. I feel like those stories help us know and help us find out what makes the world so special.
Well, I think in biology we've been just learning about ecosystems and how even though we're all different, the way that different, things that are alive interact, just like this bigger purpose of keeping life going and keeping this thing going because we're all doing it for each other.
Yeah, and how we all kind of came from that one beginning point and then kind of branched out. Yeah.
So I guess it's like a mix of stories than what people have told me when I've grown up. Like Marvel movies, for example. Yeah, they go into all this universal stuff and I'm like, well, if there's a multiverse with a bunch of different me's out there, would that be possible? Well, why not?
I feel like it's really hard to directly explain how the world came to be or what happens next.
Yeah, I do feel like that my spirituality does play a big part in how I perceive the world. But yeah, I do feel like that certain bits of my life are the way they are because of I guess a higher power.
And this would be different to other people's views, but the fact that it is made by one God and one powerful God. And to everyone, wow, that's so cool, one big powerful God. But what makes it even more special to me personally is that I can have a relationship with that person. What?
For me, I've got quite a blend of cultures in my family. My grandma on my mum's side is from Mauritius. Same with my dad, his parents are quite religious. But also my step family, my stepmom is Walpri, so since I was 4, I've also heard a fair bit about Dreamtime stories and gone out bush, and I think that's definitely given me a wide perspective on things.
Maybe the God stuff's not really your jam. You're thinking, so what? But what do we do with this cosmic lotto we seem to have won? What if we saw life as a gift? I wonder if we'd be more grateful, care about others more and stop living life on autopilot. But what if there was more behind all this? The God story we subscribe to says there's a giver behind the gift that wants to do life with us. I mean, what are the chances, right?